Paano naman naging chismis yung pong pagbabanta? Mahuli po yung balyena ng ebidensya. Wala. Hindi ko yung pagkatao, so hindi ako nagagalit. Na-chismis lang po ang ilan sa mga bagay na inilahad ni Director Matibag. Ang tanong ko ho sa depensa ngayon ay paano naman naging chismis yung pong pagbabanta? Paano ho naging chismis yung pong continuing threat of the Vice President and her family against the President and his family? Hindi ba? Paano naging chismis yung pong meron pong open, active investigation ang NBI itself, led by the Director himself, para tukuyin po yung persons of interest. So hindi ho chismis yun. Aktual na investigasyon po ito, mga kaibigan. So hindi ho natibag si Director Matibag ngayon pong araw na ito. I'm quite certain bukas hindi po siya matitibag. At I think we also take exception to the manner by which a question was posed relating to testing the credibility of Director Matibag doon po sa pagtatanong patungkol sa kanyang asawa, si Congresswoman Ann Matibag. Nakakatuwa kasi ang totoo, hindi ho kailangan magpaalam ni Congresswoman Matibag sa mga kanyang desisyon bilang kinatawan, elected na kinatawan ng isang distrito ng Laguna. Kasi meron namang sariling pag-iisip si Congresswoman Matibag in the same manner na meron ng pag-iisip, desisyon si Director Matibag sa kanila pong mga karera sa buhay. So we find that there is no relevancy in testing the credibility relating to that particular point. No? So I think that needs to be stated, and we're opening ourselves to questions already.
All right.
Well, hindi naman ho, kasi when did Mayor Baste Duterte actually utter the relevant threat against the President? Ilang buwan lang ho yung nagdaan doon eh. So basically nga ho, katulad na binabanggit kanina, dalawang bagay ho yung halaga nito pong testimonya po ni Director Matibag. Nabuuin yung kwento doon po sa investigasyon nila. So made na ho yung previous threats eh. Napatunayan na ho yun doon sa mga witnesses po, Mr. Calilong and Mr. Lotok. Ang bit-bit po ni Attorney Matibag ngayong pong araw na ito, ano pa yung tuloy-tuloy na pagbabanta sa buhay ng atin pong Pangulo. So, nabanggit na niya, there's an active open investigation. I think they had identified persons of interest already. No, pero kahit nga sa totoo lang, kahit hindi niya banggitin ito pong continuing threats na ito, dahil nailahad na po, which is basically yung pong previous threat ng pangalang Pangulo against the President, basically tapos na yung pong paglalahad dito po sa article of threat. Ang pagtingin ho namin, at ito naman ho yung pagtingin din po ng ibang mga legal na eksperto, dahil nagtutuloy na po ito, dapat magpatuloy pa rin po yung paglilitis kasi hindi lang naman ho yung pagtanggal ang pinag-uusapan dito. Ang pinag-uusapan din po dito yung habang buhay na hindi po pagiging taong gobyerno. Hindi na siya pwedeng ma-appoint, hindi na pwedeng ma-elect sa atin pong pamahalaan. So, I think it might be the prosecution's position na dapat magtuloy pa rin po yung pong paglilitis. Guys, papasok na yung MLC records, saka yung BIA records, saka yung bank records. Tingin ko magandang pangalawang Pangulo pa rin ho siya pagka hinarap na po yun sa paglilitis. Siyempre, I think kung nasa gitna ho sila ng investigasyon, mahirap to disclose it, not just in an impeachment court, but also publicly. Hindi ba? So that will be a bit of a difficult thing or difficult expectation for the NBI director to do. Pero sinasabi ho natin na kompleto na yung kwento kasi napatunayan na po yung previous threats by the Vice President against the President. Pero ang inilalahad niya ngayon, yung pong hindi natatapos, kundi tuloy-tuloy pong pagbabanta ng ating pong pangalang Pangulo at dahil kasama na ho yung mga kapamilya niya, mga banda din ho nila mismo laban sa ating pong Pangulo at sa kanya pong pamilya.
Thank you po.
Hi. Sir, good evening. Ako.
Gusto nating makita yung pong pangalawang Pangulo dito. Ang totoo po, mula po ngayon hanggang July 30, ang mas interesado po yung prosecution, mahuli po yung balyena ng ebidensya mula po sa AMLC, uh, bank accounts at BIR records. No? Kasi ito na ho talaga yung magtatali ng unexplained wealth. And katulad ng binabanggit ho natin, yung pong 6.7 billion total transactions, ano ba ito sa ordinaryong tao? Ito po ay almost 2 million in ayuda, almost 2 million in fuel subsidy sa mga namamasada, 1.5 million in health benefits no para sa atin pong mga may sakit at pasyente. Almost 800,000 in scholarships for college education. No? So, yan po yung scale nung pong pinag-uusapan natin na total transactions na pumasok sa mga bangko ng atin pong pangalang Pangulo at kanya pong asawa. Ibig sabihin, yung pong mag-asawa, meron po silang scale ng parang gobyerno. Yung pong pumapasok at lumalabas sa kanila pong bank accounts. Sino lang ba sila? Taong gobyerno, mga abogado, at mayroon pong mga naluluging mga negosyo. So yun po yung kailangan ipaliwanag sa bahagi po ng unexplained wealth. At yan po yung babantayan ho namin from today until July 30, pagka nag-comply po yung lahat ng mga ahensya, doon po sa subpoena on financial documents. Ang totoo, kung meron gumagawa ng chismis tsaka intriga dito, yung depensa ho yun. Kasi ang totoo naman, hindi naman ho kailangan ng subpoena para ho mag-upo na witness doon. Hindi ho kailangan. Wala ho tayong pinag-usapan na subpoena as a requirement for a witness to be placed there, for testimony to be given. Kailangan lang ho ng subpoena kung halimbawa, hindi tayo tiyak kung gustong maging witness na isang particular na tao. And I think we've been having a conversation about Director Matibag testifying for like 2 to 3 weeks already. Hindi ba? So, kaya nga, ang totoo, kailangan natin wasakin the idea na kailangan nun ng subpoena. Kasi ganun yung line of questioning eh. Meron bang subpoena o wala? Ang sagot ko ron, hindi naman kailangan subpoena eh. Para magsalang po ng testigo sa paglilitis po na ito.
Even case po, ano yung pwedeng mag-trigger para magalit kayo ng todo at magmura at magbanta na papatayin yung taong nag-trigger sa inyo ng galit?
Hindi ko yung pagkatao, so hindi ako nagagalit.
Kung
Again, pinipresenta ho yun as a fact eh. Hindi ba? Kumbaga, ano magagawa ni Director Matibag ay yun yung lumapag sa lamesa niya na dokumento. For example, Intel reports. Yung mga Intel reports na lumalapag sa NBI, law enforcement, notaryado ba yung mga yun? Tingin ko hindi. Hindi ba? So, hindi ho requirement to basically show yung fact that this particular paper exists, this particular document exists. Yun lang naman yung sinasabi ni Director Matibag. Lumapag itong dokumento sa kanya. Is there a requirement for this particular document to actually be notarized? I don't think so. No? And pandagdag na lang din naman yung binabanggit ni Chairperson Jervil Luistro na this particular document, even if unnotarized, was actually submitted to the ICC. Hindi ba? It was never meant to say na dapat magkaiba yung standards ng Senate Impeachment Court at yung ICC. Kundi, the fact of the matter remains that this particular Las Cañas document was submitted to the ICC and it was accepted. Hindi ba? So, ibig sabihin, ang mahalaga naman ho na merong notarized affidavit, it is not the Las Cañas document. It is if there is a Matibag affidavit, then that should be the one that should be notarized kasi that will be the one which will be submitted to the Senate Impeachment Court if it actually exists. Hindi ba? Kasi nga, unnotarized and it's submitted to the ICC. So siguro pwede pag-isipan ng prosecution. Hindi ba? Is that what they want to actually happen? For the prosecution to actually invite Arturo Las Cañas to the Senate impeachment trial? Kasi we have to go back to the point na it was basically that particular testimony which sent the former president to The Hague. Hindi ba? So, if it's something that the defense would want to undertake, or kami, we will talk about it, we will see if that is material and relevant or timely pa ba. Lalo't higit, magsasara na po kami. Pero kung ang debate lang po ay whether notarized o hindi, again, we have to go back. That particular testimony is what sent the former president to The Hague. That they are taking these utterances seriously. No? So, tingnan natin kung meron silang pagpapalalim pa doon po sa naganap pong event po na yun. Okay? Next question, please.
Vel Custodio po from PTV. In an ambush interview po last April 30, nung dumalo din si Director Matibag sa clarificatory hearings ng House, sinabi po niya na isa po doon sa mga inimbestigahan nila na persons of interest ay member ng AFP. Do you have information right now kung ito pa rin po ba yung tinututukan ng NBI, and are this or yung member ba na AFP na yon ay active or retired?
At the moment, hindi pa ho namin alam. So, antayin ho natin, baka bukas mailabas yun or after the trial proceedings po. Kasi tuloy-tuloy pa rin naman po yung pag-imbestiga po nila.
Sir? Gab from Inquirer, sir. Sir, tanong ko lang kasi I know that your stand is that parang yung questionable yung line of questioning ng defense kay Attorney Matibag. Pero hindi ba yung mga ni-raise niyang points, like for example yung tungkol sa boto ng kanyang asawa, tungkol sa yung mga column niya sa Daily Tribune, at yung mga iba pa niyang mga previous pronouncements ay legitimate concerns in terms of fairness and yung kawalan ng mga biases.
Well, yung kailangan natin maglinaw, nasagot ko naman na kanina yun doon sa boto ng asawa niya. So tingin ko dapat may hiwalay naman pong buhay at paninindigan niya asawa niya, no? Doon sa politika nilang dalawa. So I think hindi na kailangan sagutin yon, already answered. Pero yun doon sa column, I think we have to be very clear that I think yung pong mga articles na binabanggit were written nung pong panahon na hindi pa ho siya NBI director. No? So siyempre, ang totoo, we will let the defense raise these particular concerns. But of course, I will agree with you na ito po talaga yung pwedeng mga maitanong doon po kay Director Matibag. Ang mahalaga naman po, nag-clarify siya na hindi ito nakakaapekto doon sa kanya pong trabaho bilang head po ng NBI. And I don't think he has made very political statements when he assumed office po as NBI director. Well, ultimately, it will depend on the lens that you're taking. No? So, syempre, people might say na that is a clear indication of bias, but some other person, like other persons would say na, no, that would be a reason to show na there is no bias, kundi the person is just doing his job. So, we will leave it to the public and to the Senate judges to make that determination. Kasi, nangyari naman ho talaga yun. The articles were written and the investigation is being pursued by the NBI director now. No? So, we will leave it to those who will have to decide on whether or not he has high credibility or not.